I know some of y'all have heard the news about Toy Story, and I don't know how you guys feel, but for me personally, bro, I am excited as can be. I actually have a little. This is always in the background if you guys watch the A to Z videos. You don't even work. I've had this since like whenever Toy Story came out. This is like one of the original Woodies. So when that news broke in the morning, I woke up so excited. I was so happy. And then other news broke, so I think that's some of the stuff that I'm gonna get questions about. But a big shout out to you guys for watching. I want to start off by saying thank you guys for all the support that you give. Let me explain. I want to dedicate this specific live stream. I try to do them at least once a month. I want to dedicate this live stream to all of the lurkers out there, all of the viewers who never comment. Y'all are always supporting. You're watching every single video. You guys never comment, but I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you guys. I know you guys sometimes feel, oh, it's a bunch of comments. What's the point of mine? I appreciate it because I know as a fan of a lot of other people, be it YouTubers or filmmakers or whatever, where you never really say anything, but you really are a big fan of them. I want to say thank you to those of you. Maybe you don't even have an account. You just you just follow me, but you don't actually have a way to comment. But yeah. So I do these on a monthly basis. For those of you guys who always ask for a face reveal because you don't know about the I don't know what the other one is. Oh, the A to Z show. Boom, face reveal. I am not a cartoon when it comes to live streams, but I did get some questions. I tweeted it out on the or not tweeted it out, but I put it on the community tab, which I'm not sure how many of you guys know. There's a whole community tab if you are on mobile that you get, which I think is really cool. So check that out if you've never seen it before. But I have some questions that I have on there, as well as giving a little bit of a shout out to the people on the live stream right there, as you guys can see them. I have the questions right here that I asked in the community tab because I know sometimes I can't keep up with all the questions that are on the live chat, but thank you guys for watching live anyway. But I did have a couple of questions, so I figured I'd answer some of those right there. The first one obviously being about Stan Lee. Was big inspiration to me. Spider-Man taught me values and lessons. Did Stan have the same effect on you? When it comes to like big celebrities and stuff like that, I think everyone has an impact in like what they make. Obviously this dude like made some of the biggest stuff of all time. Some people may not want to give him credit, or he took credit, but for me, he was like one of the few people who I actually stood in line for at a convention. I think I've only stood in line for like two people, and he was one of them, and I tweeted out that picture a bit. I don't know what Army Hammer's thinking. Real quick, go check out what Army Hammer's doing on Twitter. My man is tripping like crazy. Y'all thought he was crazy and sorry to bother you. I don't know what he's doing right now. Talking about people shouldn't acknowledge someone who's passed away with a picture because about them. I get what he's trying to say, but his acknowledgement of Stan Lee was that, to answer that question, yeah, dude, like Stan Lee made, and Jack Kirby made a bunch of the biggest heroes that are out today. I mean, just Spider-Man PS4. We got, bro, when Avengers 4 comes out and everyone's already like emotional for that, imagine when the movie ends. I don't know what the movie's going to hold that was already going to be impactful. When the movie ends and it says dedicated to Stan Lee, that's, yeah, that one's going to hit a lot of people. Watch. More TV shows, Olemy. Can you do one of the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina? Did you like it? Well, I can say that I may be working on one for Sabrina, and it may be coming out very soon. It was enjoyable. I didn't like all of it, but it may be coming sooner than you think. Even if I know sometimes there's only two of us. Some of you guys, this may be the first time you're hearing it. It's just myself and my girlfriend who edit these videos. So whenever a video is quote unquote late, it's we try. We don't. We're not a corporation. We don't got that many people. But yeah, 5 movies that made you who you are. That's a dope question right there. Looking at, as I always look over here for my movie list. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this one, but there's a movie called Living in Oblivion. I actually have them all on my letterbox as well. Living in Oblivion is a super dope one because of the indie filmmaking that's in there. Believe it or not, Shawshank Redemption was one of like the first movies I saw growing up that I know it's cliche because it's like in the top IMDb, but always going to Blockbuster, that was one of the movies that I got, and I just loved how all 2 hours of it, including 12 Angry Men, so I guess that's 3, like every single scene did not have to, it was usable. None of it was filler. It all served the story, and that's when I really fell in love with the behind the scenes of movies and such. I would say another one as I'm looking out there, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. As I'm just looking at some of the recent ones, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Good, Bad, and the Ugly is one of my favorite ones. What is your favorite Marvel movie and DC movie? And out of the two of those, which is your favorite? I will always say that I'm a bigger DC Comics fan than everything. I do love the movies. Obviously, the Dark Knight trilogy is really dope. Grew up watching Tim Burton's Batman's. But in terms of like the Marvel's been killing it. It's just the case. But the beauty of it is that we all killing each other on Twitter about only being able to choose one. I'm over here enjoying both. Do you like grilled cheese inside of your sandwiches? No, but I do like pastrami inside of my grilled cheese. If you've never tried that, you should definitely try that. What is your favorite cult classic? Also, favorite genre? I love thrillers. I think I can watch like any thriller, as corny or as cheesy or as bad as it is. But I had just mentioned it. Living in Oblivion. I'm gonna hit you with that because that is there's cult classics. You know, I like to say that there's indie movies. There's like this indie movie was made for $10 million, and then there's like really indie movies. Well, there's cult classics to me. Like a super cult classic is Living in Oblivion. It's twice I mentioned it. I wish there was an easier way for you guys to get it. I had to like order it off Amazon. It took like 3 weeks to get to me, but I highly recommend Living in Oblivion. If you guys do watch it, let me know what you think. Any ATZ video on American Vandal? I have an ATZ video on the first season of American Vandal, but I am going to make an LME video on the second season, especially because it got damn canceled, and it might actually serve with a theory that I had about what I thought season 2 and season 3 might actually be. A-Dog, is it true? Do you really have a twin, or do you just manage both channels? I would answer that question, but I do want to give a big shout out over here to Anthony Anderson KJ. Gucci Mane is super underrated. A lot of good albums. First of all, Anthony, thank you for the as it gets lost, thank you for the donation there. Gucci, yeah, Gucci's been working really hard. He's actually got that new song with Lil Wayne. I think he's got a feature with him. There is that theory, and this will be it's an actual video on Hear Me Out, which I think I got another question of as well. That Gucci Mane's a clone or something, or he's not the same after he came out of jail. I don't know, but your boy Gucci's in a lagoon. Favorite video game? I love The Last of Us. I love the Uncharted series. I'm more of a PlayStation guy over Xbox, if that's what the real question is supposed to be. I'm very story based. So like when Telltale died, yeah, that sucked. I also really I like Heavy Rain, and I know a lot of people look down on that game, but I'm a big fan of Quantum Dreams. I think that's what their studio is called. So yeah, anything story based, I'm a big fan of. BioShock Infinite is another one. So yeah, any of those type of games I really love. How's your day going? Well, thank you for asking, Wizza2418. My day is actually going pretty well. Like I said, I have a couple more editing to do, and I just figured it was a Monday. Haven't done the one for the month yet, so I was going to do a little Q&A. Do it a little bit different by having you guys comment on the community tab. Boom. I just want to say thanks for being someone I can relate to. I'm also a Hispanic guy who has a lot of passion in film, but I come from a very traditional hammered and nailed type of family, and they kind of make fun of me for my love for film. But it really comforts me to see someone so similar to me in appearance who shares so many interests with me. I don't know if you look like a cartoon, or maybe it is because you're Hispanic. Yeah, no, dude, I get that a lot. I think that's like one of the coolest things about making YouTube videos is kind of having like I know a lot of people who don't have friends that they could talk about movies with in real life, so they go online. You know, that's why I remember being like Schmoville being for a lot of people. That's what I remember. You know, Jeremy Johns for a lot of people, YMS, all these like what are considered, I guess, the leaders in the YouTube film critic circles, and even just regular reviewers. You know, critics. Different film communities are online forums when IMDb still had their forums before they shut them down. So, you know, I appreciate comments like this. It's cool because anyone can literally make their own YouTube channel. That's the beauty of it. I know not all of us may be qualified. Same thing. I may not be the most qualified person, but there's a connection there. There's a connection there. Shout out Sharima Careno. Silent viewer here. Love your That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Yo, I'm telling you, I really appreciate it when I get someone who's never, because I get that all the time. I'll try a different style of video or something like that, and I'll get someone who goes, as a big fan, I hate what you're doing. And they're like, you know, I can search up real quick and be like, what is the first time you've ever commented? You've never shown support or nothing, but the first thing you're going to say is criticize. I tell you guys, people who make YouTube videos, do a slight little slip up, you'll get way more comments than people actually thanking you for whatever your video was. I'm telling you right now. Sorry, I got distracted by a text. Do that and you'll get more comments because people would rather criticize you than to actually, like, I don't know, give you props. So whenever someone comes out and you know, may not be commenting all the time, I get that. I appreciate it. So shout out to you. I think I got Shout out to you, Daryl, too. 12 Angry Men is at my top. Yo, it is fantastic. Bro, you saw Living in Oblivion. Good. One of the funniest part is when Peter Dinklage, he's in the movie, said, I'm a dwarf and I don't even dream of dwarves. Have you seen Predestination? Yes. That's actually really bringing that one up. That was the first video I made and explained on over in the A to Z show. And it was after that video, it was Predestination, and then I want to say it was Goodnight Mommy, I think it was the name of, it's like a Swedish film, that I started like, I really like this type of thing. Instead of like coming home and I'm like, I really want to talk about this movie and I'm going to do a review, but I'm not really going to mention anything because I don't want to get into spoilers. I love spoilers, and I figured, that's like a whole lane I could do, and Predestination was one of the first ones, so whenever you hear out there that everyone's jumping on the Explain train and they try to put your boy on it, check the dates. We got receipts. We've been on it for a little bit, but no, thank you, Ratty398, for your question, or for pretty much just opening up. I appreciate that. Favorite living artist? Whew. Off the top of my head right now, I'm gonna say Denis Villeneuve, because that dude is making like some of the best movies. I want to say he's personally my favorite. Even if he doesn't make my favorite movie of the year, I personally think he has the best ratio. I think just the behind the scenes of the stuff that he does is incredible. Will you ever review another series, specifically this series? I think I've been recommended this one a couple times. I get confused if it's people telling me, go review You series, or if there's an actual series called You, so I guess I have to check it out. But yeah, I have a bunch of other series coming out. There may be a series that spanned maybe 12 years that I've never seen, a movie franchise that I may be doing an LME and an A to Z video on. We'll see. What are your thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2? Do you think it'll make a good movie? I think it can make a fantastic movie because it literally just has to be a Western. I love Westerns. Like I said, Good, the Bad, the Ugly is one of my favorite of all time. Funny thing, though, is I bought Red Dead the day it came out. I've yet to even play it. I've literally been editing and writing videos nonstop. So I downloaded it. Took like 3 hours to download on my PS4, but it's just been there. I've yet to sit down and play the game, but I'm excited to, because I love the first one. Favorite album of 2018. I'm gonna name 3 that come off the top of my head. Obviously, I really like Kids See Ghosts. Black's album, I think it was called East Atlanta Love Letter. That one's been on repeat. I really love it. And I'm just gonna throw a third one out there, even though it's not out yet, but he's got one of the best singles out right now. Jid's album that comes out, I think this week, or maybe the other one, or maybe Thanksgiving weekend. That album's going to be crazy. So I'm going to say those 3. Why did you start YouTube? Like I was mentioning a little bit earlier, I was watching a lot of movies, and this was before MoviePass came out, but when I got MoviePass in 2013, it just really helped with the channel. I just loved talking about movies, and I figured why not have a place to just document all that and pretty much build an audience, a group of people who also like talking about movies. So whenever it gets to the point of me wanting to make my own movie, all of you guys who agree with my thoughts about movies, you can then explain or critique my own when I do it there. But pretty much just the community. Like I said, I did this for 3-4 years without making anything. And for a lot of people who are doing YouTube, they always tell you the cliche thing, don't do it unless you're passionate in what you're doing. If you're doing it just for money, you're not going to get anywhere. It's not bad to make money off of it, because then you can really get into the passion of it. Like here, let me explain. The amount of tags that we get on videos that we don't make money for, or that it's making money for, like the studio, who, Universal, Sony, they definitely need it. We're covering movies that, we pay for every movie. Like if it's not through AMC, the stubs list, we're purchasing them on VOD. We've purchased for our own film festivals. Luckily now we're getting like press stuff, but no, we do it because I love movies. So that's the basis of it, pretty much. And one day when I make my own movie, I hope all of you guys critique the heck out of it, call me out on whatever it is. That'd be the dopest thing in the world. Top 3 anticipated movies and shows. Can't really think any off the top of my head, but I don't really know. I'll give you one that may surprise you guys. That Bumblebee movie, I'm not lying, kind of has me intrigued. I'm very curious to see what that Bumblebee movie has to offer. Oh, Anthony Anderson KG, shout out to you. Check out You Won't Get What You Want. It's album of the year. All right, I'll add it to the list. Actually, I'll post it up right now. I don't know who has that one. You won't get what you want. Daughters. Okay. Hard rock. All right, I'll be listening to it. I get a bunch of recommendations all the time, so I do listen to them. If there's any specific tracks, definitely tweet me what you think the best ones are. Uh, how did you get into movies? I know specifically it was junior. It was sophomore and junior year where I just started binge watching everything in the IMDb 250 back when people cared about that. But it was because we had that blockbuster thing where you can get 3 movies at a time. So we would go at 10 o'clock in the morning, right when it opened, or it was 11. We'd get those 3 movies, binge watch them, come right before they close at 7, get the other 3. And we were just doing that all the time. And I was trying to watch as many movies as possible. And I want to say it was around that time that I really developed my love for movies. But it was always just going to the theater when I was younger. Um, I've said this before. My dad would go watch whatever rated R movie because he was such a great father, and he would leave me watching Finding Nemo like 7 times. Do you eat your Pop Tart circumcised or uncircumcised? It's the it's the dumbest question. I eat toaster strudels. Would you ever move to a new city if it gave you the opportunity to make your first movie? Yeah, definitely. Right now, or not right now, but the end of this year, I will be doing some stuff in New York, and then I'm going to be over on the West Coast. So I love the idea of traveling, but to be honest, Chicago, after the movie's done, I think I will always come back to Chicago. What is your least favorite movie? Movie 43. Y'all know that I love giving everything a, not a pass, but the opportunity, the benefit of the doubt. What I hate the most is when a movie doesn't try or is just straight up disrespectful. That's movie 43. That is garbage. I'm okay with a movie being bad. You ever see those like people who make a movie and you know that they're actually trying? They don't know how to really be a filmmaker, but they're trying. I hate when something's like a product or they try to bamboozle you with it. So yeah. Shout out Jay Mills. Have you ever seen Moonrise Kingdom? Love your vids. Thank you. Yeah, everyone always says I am the lobby boy. So I guess technically I have actually worked with the man, but Moonrise Kingdom is one of my top 3 of his films. The other one being, uh, what did I just say? Grand Budapest Hotel, because I was in it. And I don't know why I'm blinking on what my third one is. Isle of Dogs, but that one's more recent, so I need to watch it again to really say if it's the top 3. Do you love what you do? Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. All of the, I guess, ups and downs with it. It not being secure, but no real job is. Getting the people who love what I do, getting the people who hate what I do, getting the people who have absolutely no idea what I do. It's fantastic. It's cool. And I wish everyone was able to do, it doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be dance. It could be art. It can be whatever it is to, hopefully if you see my passion in movies and, you're working your accounting job or whatever it is, take your mind off of it for a little bit, or those of you who are trying to figure out what you want to do, that you go for it because it's worth it. Howdy, how do you find yourself keeping up good spirits when you're down? Damn, Brandon, that's a real question right there. I think I have a great support system. Like, I have my family with me and they support me in everything that I do. So I know not everyone probably has that, but like surrounding yourself with people who motivate you and push you forward, but also call you on your bull crap whenever you're doing it, that's like the best thing to do. But also, you guys may have heard this, like, I guess you can call it a parable. You can get like 500 compliments, right? 500, oh, you're doing such a great job. Oh, your stuff is fantastic. But in the moment someone tells you, like, go suck a donkey, whatever, that's like the one that sticks out to you. You know what I mean? Like, you can finish a beautiful fence, but if like there's a hole in one of the wooden planks, obviously it's gonna stand out to you. But the rest of it is beautiful. So it's very easy if you're creating any sort of content at all to like focus on the negative, but remembering how many people love your stuff and what you're doing, and being able to take the criticism that people give you that is beneficial. Yeah, definitely. But having a good support system, people around you for sure. Best Chicago pizza place. I just went to this place called Chicago Pizza Grinder. For those of you in Chicago, y'all probably heard of this. Those of you who are not from Chicago, you've probably seen this on Facebook in those videos. This place makes like this pizza pot pie. Thing is insane. It's crazy. So right now that is on the top of my mind. Second favorite movie of the year so far, as we all know, your top is searching. Yes, it is. Hereditary, I want to say. It's Hereditary. Hereditary or mid-90s. Yeah, one of those two. Hereditary or mid-90s. As of now. Who would win in a fight, Batman or Spider-Man? Sheesh, they would go get shawarma. I mean, I don't see them fighting each other, but probably Spider-Man, I guess, because he would sense everything before Batman does. Do you dry cups face up or face down? Face down. Who doesn't face? It's not gonna dry. LME has a letterbox. Yes, I do. I actually just updated it and I switched it because for the again, I have the A to Z show and I have Let Me Explain. I am working on stuff for the A to Z show. It's coming back. Don't worry. But I switched up to Let Me Explain because I figured I'm covering more single movies like that as opposed to like in Let Me Explain when I do like the or A to Z when I do the must watch videos or specific analysis videos. Let Me Explain is covering more movies a week. So I changed it to that. Still has the same A to Z show tag, but it's under Let Me Explain. But I updated my watch list, which I think is like at 300 and something movies for the year, new movies. Which I guess I need to do more stuff in my life, maybe. Um, yeah, I just updated it. So if you guys want to go check it out, I was gonna say something else with it, but I guess that was pretty much it. Cause I have my that's what it was. I have my list of every movie that I've watched ranked there. So if you're curious on what I'm watching, but I also want to use it in terms of like not just rating 1-star movies. So anything that actually gets logged in is going to be something that I think they give you like the little heart thing, something that I actually like that I super recommend. So you could just go on there and see on my watch list things that I like. But then I also have a list that is ranking everything that I've seen, all 300 and something. Shout out Daryl Dudley. Sort of top 5, 12 Angry Men, Pulp Fiction, all those are great. Usual Suspects, Sixth Sense, Inception, Memento. Granted, I knew the answer of Sixth Sense and Usual Suspects in the first 5 minutes, but they were still enjoyable. That's the thing with it. That even if you dislike a movie, or even if you know what the twist or whatever it is going to be, don't ruin the twist for people, but even if you know that stuff, it should still be dope when you watch it, because it should be the filmmaking that holds up. What is your favorite movie ever? Space Jam. Why did you pick the name Let Me Explain? After doing stuff for the A to Z show for the longest time, that was just one of the questions that I like because it's pretty much the answer to it is. I got some inspiration from like Casually Explained. If you guys have checked out that's probably like one of the things I always. If y'all ever see it in the videos, it's always someone who comments, "You didn't explain anything. Did you even watch anything?" I've like logged through 10 episodes of Sabrina the Teenage Witch or The Haunting of Hill House. A majority of the time, it's people saying you didn't explain anything. I ask them what do you need explained. They tell me, I end up timestamping it because it's already in the video. That tends to happen a lot, but I think people confuse the word explain with analysis. Explain like I'm 5. It really came from someone like you would tell somebody, yo, have you seen this movie? That happened to me when I was like working at a school and fast food. Hey, did you see this movie? Oh, no, I'm not going to watch it. Explain it to me. And then I would explain it to them. So Let Me Explain kind of came out of that. A mixture of, them being my reactions to the movies, my reviews to the movies, my, recap. It's me explaining my thoughts, but also what happens within it. And it kind of combined all of that because I think that there is a beauty in reaction videos. I think reviews help people. That's what the beginning of the video of everyone is when I like mention where I believe it should be watched. So Let Me Explain just came out of that. I figured it was like the perfect tagline of like starting a video with Let Me Explain. So that's kind of where I got it from. Asian Player says, how much do you make? I make a total of $199 from you, Asian Player, so shout out to you. I also had Loganator556. What do you think about Eminem's new album, Kamikaze? I saw your video when Revival was released, and I would like to see what you think about his new stuff, responding to Revival. For you humans, sorry about the mix-up. No, I do have one. So I just fully hired my buddy to help me out with the Hear Me Out videos. He's someone who I listen to music a lot with. So that's what's kind of been the wait there for. I'm not neglecting the A to Z show or Hear Me Out. But Let Me Explain and the support that you guys have given it have allowed me to be able to hire friends because I've always just wanted to bring my friends with me to help me out on this, family members to help me out on this, to make it like a family thing. So I will have people who are going to be helping me out with that. So that's going to be super dope. So expect a whole video on that soon. Anthony Anderson, KG, shout out to you again. Did you see Blind Spotting? That ending scene is insanely powerful and moving. It left me speechless. Is there anything David Diggs can't do? One, no, there isn't anything David can't do. That guy's dope. I was able to see this movie at Sundance, so I had covered it, I think, on my recap, on a must-watch. And I do have a Let Me Explain on it, too, because you're right. That ending scene is great. And I'm making an easy video on that. Sorry to bother you, and Black Klansman. So I will be talking about it again at least one more time before the year's up. What's your least favorite part of your channel or having your channel? Well, Alex, um, there's just two things, and I think a lot of people would see them as like first world problems, but it's the idea. Sorry, I charged this Mac before it dies. I think it would be the fact that everyone always says that like YouTube's unstable, and it really, I guess, kind of is. So you're always stuck with that part. That was one of the reasons why I made Let Me Explain. The A to Z show videos were taking so much longer to make. So for me, making Let Me Explain videos, which were originally just supposed to be posters, like imagine that. I wasn't really showing you what I was talking about. It was just going to be a simpler way for me to be able to make a bunch of videos talking about the current movies that were out and build it up so it was playing that YouTube system. And eventually, I was able to bring my girlfriend along to do it, and it helped out because I don't like watching videos that aren't really like. I laugh every time like someone says that Let Me Explain is easy to edit. And actually, my buddy who I just hired to do the Hear Me Out videos, the reason he's doing the Hear Me Out videos was because he couldn't edit an LME video in time, because it actually goes into a lot of scrubbing of footage, because everything that we use for Let Me Explain is trailer stuff. So we're downloading 3 trailers, 2 international, 10 TV spots, a behind the scenes, 4 featurettes, a bunch of things to be able to make the video. I'll give you this one. I don't know if I mentioned it before. In order to make the Incredibles video, we signed up for a Disney timeshare, because when you signed up for this Disney timeshare, it gave you the opportunity to watch this like sweepstakes video that included the shot, an HD shot of Violet snorting out her water. And I didn't want to use the cam quality that everyone was tweeting out. I wanted to get that, so we signed up for a timeshare in order to get that footage. So that's like one of the crazy stories of like what we do as far as trying to get the footage for that stuff, only for at the end to like get hit. And it's also funny because a lot of the times we get this it's a press kit, EPK press kit, which like is it allows you, if you have access to it, which we do, to use it for press stuff. So we're allowed to do it. Fair use is already a thing, but where we mostly get our footage from is from that, and they still claim the videos and then they make money off of it. So that, I guess, is like spending all that time on a video and then it just gets hit. Or like I had mentioned earlier, a bunch of people, I guess, not knowing the difference between the word explained and analysis. So they go, "You didn't explain anything," when in reality it's like, we did. I think you're confusing the word with analysis. You Google the definition, or they ask, you never explain this, and then it actually is in the video. So that's probably a mixture of the two. But again, as one of the earlier questions said, I guess it's just acknowledging and being appreciative of the people who do watch. Shout out Ethan Allman. What do you think about the trailer for the new Pokemon movie and Stan Lee's passing today? I had mentioned Stan Lee's earlier, but the new Pokemon movie doesn't look. I feel like it's a fake movie. I don't know. The trailer feels fake to me. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I just don't know the concept of what a Pikachu detective is. But I agree with everyone else. I don't understand why Jigglypuff is furry. That makes no sense to me. And also, I had said Stan Lee, when he gets the memorial thing at the end of Avengers 4, that's gonna hit everyone. Please explain Once Upon a Time. Make a vid of it. I think that's the TV series. So perhaps one of these days I will do it. Shout out Noemi. Hey there, I recently got into your channel and have been running through all of them. Amazing work. What movies are you looking forward to in 2019? Yo, I don't even know what's coming out in 2019, but I will say this. Anything from Sundance, I'm super excited to cover. So everything that I'm usually excited for in 2019, I won't know until I get hit with, I think it's early December, everything that's going to be coming out. So look out for December. I will tell you everything that I'm super pumped for. Alex Miranda, shout out. I know Alex. Just saw Toy Story 4 teaser. What are your thoughts? I had mentioned that too. Boy, it don't work still. I don't know why I thought it was going to work. But I'm super excited for it. They better not mess it up. That's all I'm going to say. The Forky Spoon thing. Someone had this theory that they're going to start talking about the difference between big business and like commercialized toys, and then something as simple as a spork. That which one constitutes as actually being a real toy and which one is not a real toy. It'd be really interesting to see their themes in that one. Favorite Stan Lee cameo to go along with that. I really like the I'm blinking what movie it comes from, but it's the one where he's walking with his wife. I've always found that one to be hilarious, and I can't remember. There's probably multiple with it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one. If anyone remembers what movie that one's from, let me know. What is your greatest fear and how do you overcome it, Carson? Like I said, having a good support system and knowing that you're. I think my biggest fear is failing. Or no, not failing, not trying. Because I'm okay with failing. That's why I try to do so many things at once. So if one feels like it's failing, one of them is bound to do well. And it's kind of like I read this in a comic once about how to not cure but manipulate your procrastination. Is that if I'm gonna procrastinate in this video, then I might as well go do something else like mow the lawn. So now at least if I'm procrastinating, I'm doing something well. Then I'm gonna hate doing that. So in order to procrastinate mowing the lawn, I'll finally get this video done. Shout out Anthony Anderson again. Is BoJack Horseman the greatest TV show ever? Not the greatest TV show ever, but it is one of the best on Netflix. You know, that top still goes for Lost. And on Netflix, that and American Vandal, I would say, are at the top of the list. Let's see. I think those were all the questions that I had in the community tab. I'll answer a couple here. And then I will be going to go finish a certain video you guys have been demanding for the longest time. Let's see. What are your favorite type of movies? I mentioned that. I love thrillers. What are your thoughts on Star Wars Rogue One TV prequel with Diego Luna? I didn't even know about that. Sure. I think this is part of the new Disney Plus thing. I've been saying this. And, yo, that's when Let Me Explain is really going to come into it. Because they expect everyone to get a Netflix account, a Hulu account, a Disney Plus account. Some of y'all watch WWE that's got its own account. DC's got its own account. Amazon Prime's got its own account. Like, there's all these different things. These streaming services were supposed to destroy cable. And now we're going to need, like, Comcast or Xfinity or somebody to bundle up all of these streaming services. We got you. We got you. Look forward to Aquaman, are you? Yeah, why not? I'm actually more looking forward to the Bumblebee movie, but yeah, why not? Let's see. Last one that I could do. Have you heard Taboo by Denzel Curry? Yes, that is one of the ones that's in the lineup for Hear Me Out that I'm super excited to do. I already got some audio that I'm getting up that I've already sent his way, so expect that. I'm telling y'all, we haven't even started yet. Let me explain. I appreciate all the support you guys have given it. It's been incredible. It's been awesome. A to Z, once I finally get that back up and running and it's doing its thing, especially with the film festivals and stuff like that. A short film that I got coming up as well. Some production stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I want a student Emmy. I'm going to cover that in the A to Z show, but I literally took a nap on Saturday and I forgot that I got nominated for a student Emmy. I woke up and like, yo, you won. I was laughing because none of our group was there to pick up the award, but yeah, that was super dope. So I got a lot of stuff for the A to Z show. Hear Me Out, I'm telling you right now, I think it's going to be the biggest out of the 3 channels that I have, but Let Me Explain has just been a blast for the past year. I want to say Let Me Explain officially turns a year old 2 days from now. It's sometime in November that we fully revamped and started doing Let Me Explain, so thank you for all the support. Thank you guys for watching every video. Shout out, like I said at the beginning, to everyone who watches every video, likes it, or maybe doesn't have an interaction, but those people who have never left a comment, but I know that you guys support the channel, leave one. And I'll try to respond to as many as I can in this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for man, shout out Daryl. What inspires your exuberance to watch and review movies? Is there anything in particular? For me, I just love movies. Same. And my sister and brother-in-law are really good friends with Darren Aronofsky. So I love really good friends. Whoa, okay. Okay, I see you. Same thing. Because they're out of the movies that I watch a week, I probably make videos on 40% of them, 30% of them. I watch a lot of movies, and I know some of them may not be that great, but I give them the benefit of the doubt. And for the ones that are great, it's worth it because I end up finding that one movie that either connects to me, or as I cover, Let Me Explain, or in my must-watch series. Even if I don't like them, I just hope that you guys find that one movie that connects to you. You don't have to be this cinephile movie buff, but I think movies have the power to, whether you're looking for the deep metaphors or you just want to ride along with the plot, the most important thing is that they connect to you emotionally. So that's probably the thing that I love the most about it. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting Let Me Explain. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care.